sheets of the streets, it don't make me no never mind. Now that's your bag, baby. You can go or you can come. Can you dig it?
How y'all doing? How you doing? It's your boy JYG in the building. We got Alfonso, Big Daddy out in the building. How you doing? How you doing?
What's up? What's up?
All right. And we do have Heather in the building, y'all. She's in the back. She's getting ready for y'all. All right. So, Alfonso, how was your day?
Oh, man. So far, this week has been nice weather-wise because it's like super cool in the morning. Damn, that makes a big difference at work. It's like, you're not all sweaty and stuff by 8:30. You're not just by 8:30 a.m. You're not just drenched in sweat. It's a nice change for a little bit.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And we hear y'all. We do see y'all in the chat, and we're gonna get into it because what we're gonna do. Oh, it's Heather in the building.
Well, who's this stranger? Damn, what the? I haven't seen her in a while.
All right. Anyway, we are glad that you guys are here. We do have two topics for you tonight. We know we normally like to get a little ratchet here on Wednesday, but today we are going to do that. We are going to still do some ratchet, but today we are going to touch on this man here. Now, if you know who he is, good for you. If you don't, then you're gonna know. But this is, in my opinion, a flashpoint for America, for politics, for freedom of speech, the whole 9 yards, for being able to voice your opinion. So, having said that, we're gonna deep dive into this. We're gonna get some of the misconceptions out of the way, and we also are going to be talking about some things that he did do well, some things that were questionable, but all in all, we're just going to have the discussion. So chat, feel free, put your questions, put your comments in the chat. We're going to address as many as we can, but we are going to keep it, we're going to try to keep it succinct. Okay, we don't want to start no fighting or nothing like that, but we do want to have a discussion in honor of this man, because he was known to have good discussions, whether you agree with him or not. He had good discussion, and he provoked you guys to actually have a conversation. We also going to be talking about a little bit later the YNs versus the UNCKs. Who's winning the dating game? So we're going to have a little fun at the end, but we are going to get into it. And just before we go ahead and give y'all a few minutes to get in, also tomorrow, Slim Show, she's going to be talking about You Want Me, I Want Them Too. Talking about how Black women in particular want their cake and be able to eat it all. All right. And then if we got enough time at the end of the night, we might do a mixed session with your boy, Batman 4011. We're going to try to do this thing. And that's me, if you didn't know. So I'm going to give y'all a few seconds to get in. We're going to play a little bit of music because it's Houston. So we're going to play a little bit of music and we're going to come right back. But before we do that, oh, yes, he's still in the back. So Heather will introduce herself once we get back. So get ready for the conversation, y'all.
Swing and swing to live. Pop my trunk. Every day has been the same old thing on my block. You either working or you slanging cocaine on my block. You had to hustle, 'cause that's how we was raised on my block. And you stayed on your hop until you made you a nut on my block. To hang out was the thing back then. And even when you left out, you came back in. So my block from Holloway blocks. We know the spots, so we the rocks. Drink all the blue dots. On your block, you probably bred a fat pat of Tupac. A big car to B.I. Your homeboys from knee high. And even when it was storming outside, that nigga beat by.
All facts. Well, let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. I think we gave you enough time to get all in. We're finna have this discussion. We're finna get out the way.
Let's do it.
All right. So first off, yeah, and I still don't have the horns integrated, so I'm gonna have to use. I don't even have my phone with me. Oh, there it is. I'm gonna use my phone. It's been a wild day, y'all. I mean, it really has. Like, despite what your normal day would be, this has turned into be something extremely weird. Yeah. Something that I don't think anybody expected for this to happen, to be honest with you. So we're gonna go ahead and get into that. Let me just get everything together the way I want it, because I want to make sure that we do this right, that we do it the right way. We don't want to belittle anything, but before we get started, before we play any videos, anything like that, Alfonso, what did you gather from this event? And we will take a break, y'all, and do reactions. Okay, if we're gonna break it up because this is heavy, we don't normally do that. But before Alfonso gives his, let's go ahead and see what the chat is saying. RIP, yeah. And like Hamilton say, gone way too soon. So the can say today is truly a sad day. We can all strive to do better. And that's kind of the point, man. That's what I want to drive home today. That we all need to do better, just in general. Then he started talking about Heather said why she dressed up like an inmate. I don't know. I don't know, man. All right.
Damn. That's why she's been gone. She just
I
got
know,
out.
right? And then dating game is trash. No one's winning. Yeah, okay. And then, okay, I hear you. Just hear me out, okay? Just hear me out, okay? And then Baby Scorpio said, face never gets old. Must be talking about you, Alfonso. Must be. Gotta be talking about you, because I know my face kind of old.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me get this. All right, Alfonso, what did you gather about all of that?
About the assassination?
Yeah, about the murder. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just like nobody expected it, and it's just one of those things that just kind of makes you like kind of step back and be like, hey, wait, hold on, like, why did this happen? It's like, it's just yeah, a lot of questions.
And I'm pretty sure you guys already know what happened. All right. And just for a case of y'all that don't know what we talking about, like, what's going on? Okay, got you. Okay. Just making sure. Thought you was shooting shots at Alfonso.
No.
This ain't that type of show right now, y'all. Calm down. We got visitors in the house. Also, if you're new to the show, brought over here by the thumbnail for our point of view on what all happened. Please make sure you like, subscribe. But I will tell you that most conversations, although we try to have them professional, they end up in chaos. So if you are that type of person that likes chaos in your life to wind down, then you've come to the right place. Come and knock on our door. We've been waiting for you. So let me go ahead and get into this real quick. So in case you didn't know, Charlie Kirk is the person who was murdered today. And he's a prominent conservative. He's an activist whose political views and initiatives center around reshaping the youth and engaging with the right-wing ideology. Now, listen, you might not like what the right is doing. Okay, that's fine. But I need you to separate yourself right now from your bias and just hear about the man. All right. And we're going to get into him. But some of his core beliefs is that he wanted limited government and free markets. Now, is everybody okay with a smaller government and freer markets? Yes, no, maybe? Okay, yeah. All right. So that's one good thing that we can say that we want. And for people who are on the Democratic side and you are like, no, I don't like that. Well, look, he wasn't talking about taking away your food stamps, although he did say something about that. But on this point, he wasn't talking about that. He was just basically saying, whatever happens in your house, let it happen in your house. Okay? You should be able to govern what's going on in your house. If you need assistance from the government, then you can go and you can ask it. But it's not a handout. It is a loan that you're expected to pay back. All right? Because we pay into the government and we don't have to pay for the government. All right? Let that sink in. All right. Now, one thing that people didn't like about him that he was an opponent of is that he did not like the DEI stuff, the diversity, equity, and inclusion stuff. Now, we've had conversations about this before as well, but he frequently criticized them. He called them pretty much bureaucratic and harmful, and it was not successful. He said it should be based on merit-based systems. All right. Now, whether you agree with that or not, that's one of the points that he had. Okay. Another point is that he has strict immigration policies. He supported strong border enforcement, and he said we need to be a nation of law, not feelings. And he was making reference to his stance on immigration. All right. Now, as we can clearly see, if people paid attention to him and kind of pulled the nuance from that, he's probably still be alive right now. So, I mean, it's messed up. It really is. He didn't believe in climate change. Now, a lot of y'all might be like, okay, he's crazy. We don't believe him. All right, whatever. Everything that he said, you're not going to agree with. And that's okay. For those of you that loved Obama, for those of you that love Trump, some things that they both say, you'd be like, you know, they're eating the cats and the dogs, okay? And then if you like your health care, you can keep it. You see what I'm saying? Like both of them things, it's not necessarily true. All right. So let's see, what else did we have? He had criticism of the critical race theory, or CRT. He opposes CRT in education, viewing it as divisive and ideologically, there we go, driven. Now, we can have a discussion about that. Critical race theory, if anybody knows what that means, is pretty much saying that they would have more focused conversation about how America actually was formed by the basis of other races using races and things like that and how they affected each other, this, that, and the third. All right. But whether you agree with that or not, it started the conversation. There were a lot of good points that were made that went against what he believed because the conversation was started. So that's a good thing. And then we also have traditional values and gender roles. Now, I think this is where he got a lot of heat. For the most simple thing on all of these agendas, that's what he got the heat for the most. He promoted conservative family structures and has made controversial marks encouraging women to, quote unquote, submit to your husbands. Guess what? Hold on to your butts in the context of marriage. Basically, if you get married to somebody, you should at least be confident enough to follow their lead, to submit to what they having you to do. Crazy, I know. Very crazy. Let that sink in for a second. Oh boy, and that got him in a lot of trouble. Which I had my air horn on deck, but I'm gonna get it pulled up. that got him in a lot of trouble right there. Heather's in the building. What's up, Heather? How you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. Microphone sound crisp and clear. Chat said you was looking like Jail Bay till you took a shower, I guess. I don't know what's going on. Maybe you did your hair, combed it. I don't know what's going on. But so we were basically just talking about what the man did, what he stood for. Charlie Kirk. So I'm pretty sure you guys just heard what everybody heard.
Yeah.
Historically, that shot heard around social media. That's what they should call it. Because everybody, even if they didn't know who he was, they were on X, they were on YouTube, they were going to their favorite conservative radio hosts or just in general trying to see what happened to this guy, because there are 3 things that sell, and the only one we're talking about right now is murder. But hate, murder, and sex sells. You get all 3, got yourself a show. But we got 2, and one happened today, and that was murder because of the hate. So
yeah.
while I pull this up, I'll go ahead and yield the floor to you guys to be able to give y'all point of view while I scour through and pull up something quick. That way we can get some reference. Because we're not going to harp on like a live that's talking about something we already know, which is that he was murdered. So what you got? Either one of y'all. It's open popcorn discussion. Go for it.
Well, I was watching a lot of his videos on Instagram on the way home. I mean, it took me 2 hours to get home.
Shout out to Houston, babe.
I had I had plenty of time to catch up on a lot of his videos, and I ain't gonna lie, like he does bring up a lot of good points with certain topics, and there were some where he'd be like debating, I don't know, with some young dude, I guess, and when they were sitting at a table and asking them to define what a woman was, and that dude could not give a definition. Yep. It's like, if you define yourself as a woman, you're a woman, and he's like, no. It's like, and the dude could not give a definition. Like, come on, man, really? Like, there are a lot of idiots out there too. There is, man.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna say my opinions. Go ahead, y'all two. Just popcorn it for a second.
Yeah.
Not all at once, Heather. Not all at once.
It's only been 3 or 4 weeks.
Let Alfonso talk. Let Alfonso talk. Jeez. Golly, let him talk.
Nah, I watched some of his stuff too. And I really do feel like he was a great debater and did start conversations that needed to be had. And I feel like he really asked questions like, okay, what do you entail by that? Like, you know what I mean? Like making people actually open up and express what they're really trying to say. It's a real sad thing that happened today. He was so young. But yeah.
I like what Soda put on there in the comments. But yeah, I mean, it's true. It's like he bringing up a lot of topics and people would, would get mad and whatnot. And it's like, yeah, we got freedom of speech, but it's like nowadays, it's like if someone doesn't like what you're saying, they like so quick to just want to shut you down. And that's like, that's not really freedom of speech then. I mean, but slowly, like I said, our little freedoms and stuff, it's just kind of dwindling away a little bit, little by little.
Correct.
And freedom of speech is definitely one of them. It really is. It's like, come on, man. Just because you don't like what the guy's saying, I don't mean you gotta, kill him.
Yeah.
So.
And I will. Also Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think people just let their emotions get the best of them at times, and when you're so emotional about something, you're not really thinking logically. Like it's not rational. You're just on like go because you feel that this is the way things should be. And I think that played a big part of what happened today. So. Yeah.
And the assassination of Charlie is already sending shockwaves through America. I mean, especially in our politics. I don't know if y'all know, but so they tried to do a moment of silence in the House, and they couldn't do it. People had to say something. Democrats had to do something. They just couldn't let a moment of silence go. And that's crazy. That's absolutely ridiculous, honestly. I mean, we can do moment of silence for everything else, but we can't do it for somebody that literally got murdered. Sniper shots. But, that's how they feel. So the Kansas said this isn't the episode of Power, JYG. Freedom of speech isn't free, apparently. And he said that this wasn't worth dying over. And he also says that the issue is that people haven't learned wholesome lessons, honor, respect, morals. Sensitive-ass people are too entitled. And you know what? You actually did a better segue than I could have done. So shout out to you, number one moderator in the building. we are going to see what these people are saying. Yeah, we finna see what his haters are actually saying right now. So brace yourselves. It's not gonna be nice, but I'm gonna go ahead and read this caption. The guy says, "Me strolling through Twitter threads of Charlie getting shot."
There are a lot of people that are like, no matter what side of politics you're on, you should never celebrate something bad happening to someone. I, on the other hand, do cheer when bad things happen to bad people.
Charlie Kirk just got shot. Well, breaking news, folks. Seems somebody just took a shot at one of the Fantafast's favorite 5-mile wide mouthpieces, Charles Chuckle Kirk.
Says Charlie Kirk has been SHIT has been shot in the net. Let me get a booyah.
Bro, you know I had every intention on some kumbaya shit when I heard what went down with Kirk, bro. You know what I'm saying? Telling everybody.
That is craziness. Let me just cut this off, y'all. I got my laptop hooked up, so it's probably slowing me down. So let's see now.
To hold their horses in regards to how you feel, what you want to do. You feel me? Because clearly this is just a mental health issue, right? And if there was one thing that the majority of us could come in agreement upon, that this is a mental health issue. It doesn't matter if you blue or red, white or black, Democrat, liberal, bro. That motherfucker is nuts and need to be held accountable, and everybody should be in support of someone that just lost their life, especially under these circumstances. Kirk just goes out speaking, telling his truth, and discourse. That's it. Discourse. But that, bro. That, dog. It's like, I know it's anecdotal on my part, bro, but it's too much, bro. It's too much. It's motherfuckers that I know, you know what I mean, that are acquaintances of mine, like within the arm's reach of me. I won't say in my circle. Clearly not in my circle. Well, maybe in my circle, because I haven't had this discussion with some of the people in my circle, bro. So I don't know at this point, dog, because it's been too many people that I know that are not strangers that have been in support, you know, celebrating what took place with Charlie, celebrating his death, dog. Evil, sick, and mental.
That is an interesting thing because Sodakan Satin just said these people are sick. That's basically where he coming from. In the link in the chat, I went ahead and put the full video for him. This is Night Talk, and it's titled "They're Laughing at Charlie." But just want to get a little bit more insight on the ramifications of what's going on. So right now we just looked at social media, and I'm going to be reading this, y'all, because I don't want to mess it up. But here's what happened, guys. Here's what happened. You thought you were doing something that was going to help yourself. For anybody that's rejoicing over this because you got somebody who you did not like murdered, I want you to understand what you've done. You have set in motion some things that you're not prepared for. And I'm not saying that it's going to turn into violence. What I'm saying is the one thing you don't want to do is make a older white conservative or older black conservative or young conservative, pretty much conservatives in general. You don't want them to come together about something. The last time they did that, ISIS started rolling up on Home Depot. No, I'm gonna let you think about that. See, what you've done is you poked the bear. You literally You literally wait till the bear went to sleep and you cut off the fur. And now you think that it's no more dangerous than what it was. No, it's a bear still. Now y'all was talking about y'all rather be in the forest with a bear? Well, now's your time. Cause it's finna get different. Now I'm not advocating for any type of violence because best believe if you really believe that there's a group of older white men that control the world and they were actually dealing with what he was saying, then why in the world do you not think that they can't find you? All of y'all that put something out there. Or let's make it even more realistic. Your neighbors, the people who might still have some type of value, the people who still go to church on Sunday, every Sunday. They saw him and they saw a wholesome young man who was 31 or 32 with a family, who had started a business and was using his God-given gift to conversate to the youth. Now, whether you liked his talking points or not, whether you agree with what he said, it's not about the man now. You have turned him into a martyr. Do you know what a martyr is? It is a rallying point. It is, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I titled this the way we titled it. It is a flashpoint. And in case you don't know what that means, I'm going to tell you. So the political or social definition of a flashpoint is a place, event, or moment where tensions erupt into conflict like violence, protest, or major controversy. I don't know, for example, the shooting at Utah Valley University became a flashpoint in the national debate over political violence. What just happened today? You gave them a reason and you think it's going to be sweet. Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm just saying, if you're really paying attention, then you got to understand that this wasn't the way to do this. This was not the way to do this. Because look, he was at a university at an event that he sold out. If you didn't like what he had to say, then why are you showing up to debate him?
Why the fuck were they there? Stupid ass people.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like what somebody is saying, then walk away. Don't watch the show. Don't participate. How can he debate somebody if no one's there to debate?
Mm-hmm.
What you done now is you solidified him in history. They finna make search about him. You finna see quotes about him. You're gonna see country playlists that start with him talking in the front of it. You gonna hear some trap music playlists that I'm gonna make with him talking in between it. You're gonna hear him. But the thing is, now people can pick and choose what they like about what he said. He's gonna end up being a better person post than he was pre. And it's all thanks to y'all. Mm-hmm. You, whoever agreed. Now, I'm not saying that all of y'all are responsible for the murder of this man, but I am saying if you rejoice, you part of the problem. If you're rejoicing about a man dying, being shot in front of children and old folk, you the problem.
Mm-hmm.
You the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's get into some cultural and social impacts, since you people love to talk so much. All right. So free speech debates are going to intensify. It's going to get to the point where we can't really have a conversation no more. We barely can have a conversation now. Because Kirk was shot while exercising his First Amendment rights at a university event, and this will likely reignite debates about campus speech, tolerance, and the limits of protest. Do y'all remember when they were tearing up a college over something that was going on between Israel and Palestine?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Mm-hmm. A few months ago.
Was this anywhere close to that? Mm-hmm. Did anybody die there?
Nope. People were getting arrested though.
I see you, Soda. If ever there was a time to be triggered. Now, I do disagree with this point. I don't think this is how Civil War is going to start. I think Civil War has already started. I think we're in a Cold War when it comes to a Civil War. And I don't mean North and South. And I don't mean Democrats and Republicans. I mean the haves and the have-nots. It's been a quiet war going on forever. But now, you might have to pick a side. Let me ask you a question, Heather. Was it MAGA people, the people who supported Trump, or was it Democrat people, the people who wanted Joe Biden as president, who stormed the Capitol? Who did that?
That was Trump's people.
Yeah. You know who rocked with him? With Mr. Crisper?
Trump did.
Oh,
He
yeah.
he got on because he was with his son. I think his name is Trump Jr. or something. They were like working
Barron?
close. Oh, I don't know. It said Junior only when I read it. So
It's okay. You got it.
But yeah, they worked closely together, and that's how he ended up getting to work with Trump or whatever. And well, Trump backs him up. And yeah.
So the Kansas said, "There's a war going on outside. No one is safe from." No, I got a better one. There's a war going on outside. Nobody knows it but me. Yeah, that's a song, and it's happening.
Okay.
Another thing that's an issue is youth political engagement. All right. So when he had his company was called Turning Point USA. It was his organization. It has been a major force in conservative youth outreach. And his demise could either fracture the movement or inspire a new generation of leaders to step up. So you basically made it so that instead of one of him, it could be 5 of him, 10 of him, 15 of him, 100 of him. You're going to hear more of him. Him downstairs. You want some milk and cookies?
Yep.
Like, I don't know what to tell you. You made a mistake. You made a mistake.
How many guys know what just happened the last hour and 15 minutes? Who has no clue what just happened the last hour and 15 minutes? Hour and 15 minutes, we've been going back and forth. Report just came 5 minutes ago. Charlie Kirk was shot and he's dead. Yes. When I'm coming on the stage, I was coming on the stage to start a prayer for him because it wasn't announced. Vinny comes up and tells me, Charlie's dead. Kelly comes and signals to me, Charlie's dead. We've had Charlie on the podcast. I think Charlie's a very important guy in America for our youth.
This is not the face that you want a millionaire to be making about a person. I'm going to tell you that right now. If a millionaire is making a face about this, like this, about this person, you got a problem on your hands. You got a real problem on your hands, buddy. And I'm going to tell you like this. Mr. Patrick, he is just as conservative, but he's a little bit more direct with his approach, but he's not really engaging like that the way that Kurt was. But don't be mistaken. He can make stuff move. He's been making stuff move. And to have this man like this, that's a problem. So I know you think you having fun now. You're putting your memes up. You at work calling them, all type of stuff and saying good for him. What about you though? Because you got people like him, like Mr. Patrick up here, acting like this about this man. let's inject some humor in real quick. Heather, have you ever had somebody stand like that about you? Just had somebody just looking at you and be like, man, I'm about to cry over you.
Yeah. I don't know why you asking that dumb shit.
Oh man.
Oh
That's crazy.
damn.
That's crazy. That's crazy. All right. Well, that's the interjection of humor, y'all. Because we got to keep it light.
Need the horn right there.
We just got to keep it light a little bit because
I got a couple hoes cry. I don't know.
Whoa, easy.
Oh damn. Okay.
Check in on your strong friends. Okay. All right. Let's play a little bit more of this. And then we're going to get into a couple of questions. And then we're going to open up the chat. Y'all be sure to ask your questions, whatever. I'll make your statements because I'm going to give a prediction at the end of this segment. Then we moving on. And we're going to see what happens. Because
that's with questions.
Because it's just getting started.
I mentioned his name yesterday. Do you remember? Yesterday I said Dylan was watching his debates the other day on his own. And a story like this takes place. When I'm back, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me for a story like this. Beautiful family. By the way, forget about political differences. Some of you guys may not like the guy. Some of you guys may like him. But an event like this, you look at the top 15 things that are trending right now on X. Look at them. The last thing we need is things like this to raise the temperature. Breaks my heart. Young man, 31 years old.
And that's what we want to talk about right now. The raising of the temperature, the flashpoint. You remember? I told you there's a reason why we called it flashpoint. Now, in science, flashpoint is the lowest temperature at which a liquid gives off enough vapor to ignite in air when exposed to a flame. It's a spark. It's used in chemistry and fire safety to classify substances as flammable or combustible. So it's the point in which they will ignite in the flames. And if you've been watching X and just keeping an eye on it and just going around, besides seeing the actual video, you are truly seeing a split right now. And it might be a little time for soul searching for you too, because if the majority of your reels and recommendations are people celebrating the death of somebody and putting up all type of heinous memes and things like that about somebody who they don't even know, but they are literally rejoicing and trying to dance on his grave, it might be time to do some soul reflection. Because when I checked mine, I saw a lot of people saying it's time to come together. It's time to get back to church. It's time to pray. It's time to, we got to forgive. But then it's a couple of other ones that's saying it's time to get our get back. And those are the ones you got to look out for. All right. So let's do this. Alfonso, this question's for you. Do you believe that Kirk's death will radicalize young conservatives or inspire a more tempered approach? So you think they're going to either wild out? You think the YN's going to get active, or you think the UNC's going to hold it down?
That's a tough one right there.
In chat, feel free to answer it.
Honestly, I think it's going to inspire not necessarily just young people, but it's going to just inspire more people to come out more and kind of be like similar like him, and they're going to make sure they're more vocal, that they're heard more. They're going to be trying to be on different platforms and just basically like, just spreading the message, I guess,
Yeah, I agree. I do agree. Heather, question for you.
Yeah.
So do you know what a martyr is?
A what?
A martyr. A martyr. Somebody that dies.
I said no.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. It's the easiest way to describe it is somebody that dies for a cause, and then it makes people want to do something. Okay, so my question to you is, him coming up martyr, is this a dangerous political currency, or is it a necessary rallying point What I mean by that is the death of this man. Was it something that needed to happen so that we understand that the pendulum of America has swung so far crazy that this is going to make it level out? Or do you think that it's dangerous because what it's going to actually do is swing the pendulum in the other direction and make it more dangerous? What do you think? Do you think this is a correcting thing or a problem thing?
I think that it's a problem thing because I feel like this been going on. Like, how many times did they try to assassinate Trump? The golf, when he was golfing, when he like was doing like a speech or something, when he was
At
trying
a
to run for
rally?
president
Yeah.
again. Yeah. So like this been going on. And then this happened like years before our time. Like, you know, it happened way, way back then. Like, look at Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? So this is an issue that been going on. It's not like, oh, it's something new, it's something that's gonna change, because honestly, like, well, there's a lot that needs to change. But honestly, like, there's been a lot of red flags before we got here. So I don't think that it's gonna get any better anytime soon, honestly. It's just, how do you stop it? Like, how is there really a way to stop gun violence? Because that's what this comes down to at the end of the day. And it's a lot of gun violence in the US. Like, it's wild.
Mm.
And I don't really think there's a way to stop it. Like, it's so easy to get your hands on a gun. So,
Okay. All right.
okay.
Last question. Both of you guys can answer. I'm trying to find a good one. Let's talk about American life and the cross stars of all this. So,
I can't hear you. You sound muffled. You said what?
can you hear me now?
Yeah, a little better.
Okay, that's weird. I haven't changed anything.
Alfonso, do you hear what I hear?
Check.
Yeah.
Check one,
It was
Yeah,
two.
now you sound
There you
loud.
go.
All right. Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. All right. I wish y'all had told me before I went on my whole diatribe. Now people don't.
No.
It just happened.
It just like occurred.
It just when she said it, that's when it started
Okay.
happening.
So it was Heather's fault. Okay, good. Soda Can Assassin. Soda Can Assassin said, "I think it gets worse before it gets better." Yeah. Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, that's kind of how it works. How do you make wine? You gotta crush some grapes. So, all right. So the last question we're gonna be talking about this is: are we witnessing the slow erosion of civil discourse in favor of ideological warfare? And what that means is, or from my point of view, what that means is, are we looking at civil discourse, people using their hands, people wanting to fight people over ideas? Are we witnessing that? Are we witnessing people getting so frustrated, I can't win the argument, that they just gotta silence you?
Yeah.
Are we actually going back? Are we having an anti-renaissance right now? There's no more thinking. I'm mad at you. I pick up the rocket. Are we there?
I think that we are, because if you
Yep.
really think about it, a lot of the killings that happen now are because some type of domestic violence, or not being able to agree to something that someone feels or wants to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, you got stuff like this just happened today. I mean, like what Heather just said, you got road rage happening 20 times a week.
Dude, it's fucking
You know,
crazy
it's
out
just
here.
like-
Shit. At this
you
point, you
know,
gotta carry a
it's
piece,
like-
because even if you ain't on that type of time, somebody
Right?
else is.
I mean,
you gotta be protected.
we might as well just be the Wild West and everybody's packing. Everybody. Like, I'm serious. Like, everybody.
That's crazy.
Like, we might as well
I
be.
mean, for real, it's because if you think about it, when something's going on and you call the cops take fucking forever. Like, that shit don't make no goddamn sense. And then when you try to get help, they really ain't trying to help you. So you gotta take shit into your own hands.
Lord Jesus. I hear you.
What?
I hear you.
You know I ain't lying.
I ain't saying nothing.
Yeah.
But I will say this.
Right?
We got Mr. McCain in the building.
Hey, booby.
Hey, what up?
That's our party animal.
All right, and he wants to know about Utah gun laws. Straight to the point. There will be peace. No. All right, so I'm gonna compare it to the gun laws that we have here in Texas. Okay, so for the permitless carry, you don't need a permit to carry. Utah has had this since 2021. For 21 and up, and that's the same in Texas. All right, concealed carry permits, they're optional for Utah but available. And for Texas, it's like you don't need no training required for permits to carry it. So wild west, just like you said. In Utah, open carry is allowed. Loaded carry requires a permit, while in Texas, don't require a permit for that. Utah require for background checks are required for dealer sales and not for private sales. And in Texas, they are also the same. All right. Minimum age to possess 18 for rifles in Utah, shotguns, rifles 18, and 21 for handguns via dealers, certified dealers. All right. In Texas, it is exactly the same thing. Red flag laws. There are no red flag laws in Utah. And you can't have that because it's been banned by order here in Texas. So you can't get rid of it. You can't even do it. All right. Short barrel rifles allowed if federally registered in Utah and Texas, legal without federal registration. You can tote them out you want to tote them around here in Texas. Gun buyback programs is permitted in Utah, but they're banned in Texas. Once you get it, it's yours. We're not buying it back. And firearm registrations are not required either way. Castle Doctrine, both of them have that. Gun-free zones, schools, courthouses, and some government buildings for Utah, but they do have some similar restrictions here, but enforcement will vary. So in other words, some courthouses you can carry it in. It don't matter. You might have to check it in at the door. Things like that, because we are the last remnant of the Wild West, and if they used to do in saloons, you check in your weapons. Please check in your weapons. All right, and then permit training requirement is required for Utah with CFP applications, but it's not required for permitless carry if you're in Texas. So I hope that answers your question. More broader question I think he was aiming at is how he was actually assassinated, and I believe I'm gonna say allegedly because I don't know. I keep hearing it from different things. I will look it up and get it more detailed, but all I know for certain is that somebody shot him from a long ways away,
200 feet away. So they're saying it was at the rooftop, and they shot.
I heard 200 feet. I heard 200 miles. I heard 200 kilometers. So that's why I just want to, it's a long way away.
It was an instant kill, though.
Well, I mean, have you seen the video?
No, I just heard.
Well, watch it later on.
I couldn't find it.
With all the lights on in your house. Because it's bad. It's really bad. But you can't find it on YouTube. You're gonna have to go to the godless territory known as X. you gotta go in the trenches for that one. 200 yards. Okay. All right. Thank you. And Soto Can said people don't know how to communicate. That is true.
That's true.
Allegedly. Thank you, Soto. Allegedly. Number one moderator in the chat. Mr. McCain said all that blood from his neck. Facts. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. It's crazy, Heather. When you watch it, because we know you're gonna watch it and get off, just brace yourself. Oh, Reddit. They say it's on Reddit too. Yeah, Reddit is another godless country too. Like, Reddit go crazy. Reddit let you know though. This is not safe for work. You finna see some wildness. And they ain't always talking about the boom, 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 boom. Now they talking about somebody's head might get lopped off, allegedly. So I'm just saying, be careful. All right. So closing thoughts for that. Anybody? Oh, whoa! Somebody popping.
I don't know. Okay, I mean, it does suck that he got murdered because it's like, I mean, he was young and he still had it was, I don't know. It was like, it would have been interesting to see what the future would have held for him, you know?
Yep, I agree.
And what sucks too is, you know, I know he got little kids. You know, one of these days his kids are going to get older and they're going to get curious and they're going to probably want to see the video of him getting shot. And not only that, but they'll probably one day run into all these people that are like celebrating his death. And, you know, how are they going to react to that?
Yeah.
You know? What if they lose it? What if they lose it? And it's like, you know, it's, you know, it's a lot to unfold there.
Yep. So I know a lot of y'all might agree with this. A lot of y'all might not agree with this. But at the end of the day, closing out this segment, we want to make sure that you're using the adequate force necessary. The way that you could have combat this man was with words, actions, and deeds catered toward what he was doing. What does Jeremy mean by that? He said a whole bunch, but he didn't say nothing. What I'm saying is, if the man is having civil discourse, then get your talk game up, player. Don't get frustrated and flip the game over. You know, you be playing with somebody on Call of Duty, they get mad and break your controller. Stop breaking people's controllers, man. Stop flipping the table over when you're playing chess and you getting beat. When you're playing snakes and ladders, don't hide the pieces. When you're playing Monopoly, stop cheating. Stop holding on to that one piece. You have lost.
Right? That's how I feel on hopscotch.
Facts.
Like,
anyway.
Yeah.
This is the flashpoint. And we will be coming back and checking on this.
Yep. What does DJ Green know about this? Ooh, got the Houston.
Yeah,
hits
you know
going.
what we're doing. We Houston. Whether you know, we are Houston. Speaking of Houston, we finna get into another little debate. But before we do that, let's go ahead and do a little bit of some reaction. We appreciate all you guys that came rocking with us. If you like what you see, hit a like on the algorithm, please. We appreciate it. So go ahead and hit that for us. You know, we would love if you did. All right. Absolutely love it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this going. But let's see. Heather, you didn't tell us how your day was. You kept popping back in and out and left and right, up and down. So how was your day? While I do the transition?
It was good. Mm-hmm.
Okay, thanks. That's awesome. All
right.
Heather with the fantastic
back to you, Mr. Green.
In other news, we're looking for another co-host.
Damn. Start that shit.
Man. Oh,
I don't feel like fighting y'all right now, so let's keep it cute.
I'm about to replace her with some AI.
For real. How you doing today, Katana? I'm doing fine.
That's what I said. I said I'm good.
Katana do the same thing. Do the same thing.
Ain't nothing better than the original, baby, and don't you forget it.
I don't know. All right, let's go. Let's get into some reactions, get ourselves back level. We're finna have our normal conversation, but we're gonna keep an eye on this though, for real, y'all. We really are. So again, you guys, everybody that's new, we appreciate you stopping by. Right now, we finna get ratchet. So if you're not used to ratchet, you probably should leave.
Get the fuck out, because we're just gonna turn it up.
Dang.
Jeremy, what kind of music is that?
It's just a transition.
I don't like that one.
Yeah, it's mood. It's just for the mood. That's all.
Popping.
That is popping.
How much more popping do it need to be?
She wants some ratchet.
Yeah.
She wants some Glorilla.
Hey, did you hear that
she
new
wants
Cardi
some
B
Cardi
song?
B.
With that Bottega song?
No,
Well,
we didn't.
Speak
No,
of the
we
ratchet.
didn't.
Speak of the ratchet. The ratchet.
Yeah, of course.
Going out to see the ratchet. Yeah, all right. Let's get popping.
scared that for baby.
It's okay, nobody's coming anyway. Because he decided to leave us for a guy.
Damn. Did you see that, Heather?
That's crazy.
Did you see that? Did you see that at the end?
That's real crazy.
Right?
That's crazy.
Damn.
Alfonso, if you heard something like that, would you get up immediately?
I'd be like, what? Wait, what? Rewind? What?
I'm not gonna lie. I got a real bad habit of just popping up at any noise at all in the house for any reason. It don't matter.
Yeah.
If my dog started whimpering weird, I get up like, what you about? What's wrong with you?
That definitely would have. I would have been like, wait, what happened? What's going on?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and get another reaction.
Oh, you remember this one, Heather?
Okay, the video has no sound. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me start over and read it. All right. So NBA star Anthony Edwards made a historic move by paying $1 million in child support all at once, covering 18 years worth of payment. That's $5,000 a month, but he decided to settle it all up front. The message was clear. Don't ask me for a thing for the next 18 years. Thoughts?
Next one. Let it go to the next little. Let it play.
I think it's playing now. I'm not sure because it's not okay. 11 months later, after receiving her child support of $1.1 million untaxed money, she was broke.
Oh,
dang it! That's crazy.
Real. That's not real.
11 months.
That's ridiculous.
What the fuck is she spending on in 11 months, bro? Living above your means, for real.
She's ratchet. See, I
can see the ratchet.
Mm-mm.
And just to let y'all know who just popped in, we did have a conversation about what the thumbnail is saying, and we did not thumbnail trick you. If you want to rewind back and come and catch us, because we just finna act the fool for the rest of the time, and that's just the truth. If you want to get some real thoughts and some real talk about, hold on real quick, let me get it up for you guys. Pause. We in that part of the conversation now. Flashpoint. Just scroll back to the beginning, and we're gonna do that. But right now, we are going to be transitioning into YNs versus the UNCKs. All right, and this is kind of what we normally get into over here, but it was something important, so we wanted to take time and make sure that we covered it correctly and fair. So that's why we're doing it the way we're doing it now. So, and I'm gonna go ahead and take a little snippet of this and update the thumbnail so that nobody will think that we are being disingenuous, because I don't want anybody to be upset that we are covering something else now, because we just not those type of streamers. We don't stream on the same thing for hours and hours on end. We like to move around. Like Hammer said herself.
Yeah, spend it all yourself. Buy nothing but name brand stuff. But there's another part to this.
And Coach said bottles.
Definitely some bottles. There's some bottles in there.
Let's see what else we got for this. I think it's playing. All right. Alisa Howard. I think that's how you say it. Alisa Howard, 39 is Aisa Howard, 39 is now reportedly asking for a $500K one-time payment, a public apology, and $55K a year for life, on top of the $1.1 million already paid in child support, in exchange for agreeing to give NBA star Anthony Edwards, 23, sole custody of their daughter. Wait, what? He finna sell the baby back to him?
That's what she's trying to do.
Crazy.
Just so she can get paid.
Like, you know what? I'll take her to court and I get that baby given back to me. Your Honor, she is extremely irresponsible. I gave her $1.1 million. That's more money, Your Honor, honestly, that you gonna ever see in your life working here. And she blew it. And now she asking me for another $500K, an additional $55K per life on top of what I already gave her. in order to buy back my own child. Man, no, get out of here. Get out of here with that.
Man.
That's a no-go. We don't like that over here. Good Lord.
That's why these guys got to do a prenup,
Right.
man. They got to. Like, man.
I mean, it works out for some people, you know.
True. Yeah. Yeah, that's another one right there.
I know. I mean, it's working out all right for him, yeah.
Man. Hey, Chris was right about his mama, though. Hey, his mama ain't shit.
What's crazy is that
It's like, man.
that baby daddy, he didn't want that baby. He asked her to have an abortion and she didn't want to because she wanted that check.
So, let's have that discussion. I want to have that discussion.
Remember, that's how all of this started. He said, I'm going to pay you up front for the 18 years because I told you not to have this baby. And she still had the baby trying to get a check. But obviously her idea didn't work. Well, it did work because he cut a fat ass check, honestly. But I think that if she tries to take him to court, she's not going to win because where are your receipts that you spent all this money on your kid? Ain't no way you spent that much money on your kid. Okay, well, if the baby has medical issues, then maybe that would have made sense, but it had to be real critical. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then we would know about it in the media. So the math ain't mathing. You know what I mean?
I'm with you.
Yep. This time, the math ain't
I'm
mathing.
glad we all agree on something.
So, man.
Yeah. That is crazy, though. Now she wants some more money on top of that. God.
That is crazy.
She's not gonna win, so
hey, that just goes to show you, man. Everybody's they feeling too entitled to everything.
Facts on.
Don't she got other kids? I can't remember if she does or not, but she need to get a fucking job.
Hold on, guys.
I think that is very important for women to be independent, and I feel
What?
like she need to get a job. What?
That's not independence.
No, I know. That's why I said she needs to get a job because I feel that it's important for women to have their own. Like, there's nothing wrong with depending on your husband because a husband is there to provide, but she is a single mother, so she needs to have sources of income. Like, she shouldn't be taking this man back to court. She needs to be responsible. That's what I'm saying.
She's a single mother buying bottles. You gotta remember that.
I mean, you could be a single mom and buy bottles and go out, but it's how you manage. You gotta take care of your responsibilities.
Cardi and Megan and Glorilla too much, and there she goes. She blew it all.
I ain't got nothing for that. That's some wildness. All right, let's hit.
Oh, we got a good comment.
All right, let me see. So the assassin said, dudes have got to stop putting babies in these corny ASS women.
Man, where's the horn at? Damn. Yep.
Because y'all taking that 50 Cent song too serious. Have a baby by me, baby. Be a millionaire. No.
Hey.
999. No. Stop doing that.
Oh,
no man. Viscous innards is that important. All right. Let's go ahead and do maybe two more reactions, then we're going to get into the conversation. So here we go.
All right.
Eat my ass.
Oh.
Eat it fast. Touch my chest. Milk the breast. Jerk that dick.
What the? Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Hey.
Come on, man. We got guests. Wait.
Hey.
On, man.
That's a keeper right there.
What did I just watch?
I don't even know.
Oh man!
Oh, Mr. McCann said nothing like quarters in those mystery toy machines. What is going on right now?
Oh
my God!
Like
look at her face though, like
that.
she knew she's finna cut up. if you got a girl
Right.
that look like that going into the bedroom, you gonna have a good time. I promise you that. I promise you that. See, look back like at the end of Thriller. Turn around.
And then her friend walked away at the end. She was
Like,
like,
I
"Oh
can't even
hell
do that.
no!"
I can't even do that. All right. Did I say we doing one more? Yeah.
The one with the lady right there with the pink background. It's like a minute long, maybe 2 minutes long.
Okay.
But that'd be I think that'd be
All
a
right.
good one.
Let's do that one, and then we're
talk
gonna get
about
into the debate. All right. Here we go.
My 40
Oh,
female husband, 42 male, told me our daughter's friend, 18 female, tried it with him. I didn't react well. Sorry if you see me posting in other subs, it keeps getting removed. The last couple of weeks, my husband has been very quiet and not sleeping well. I've asked him a couple of times if he's okay, and he said yes, but I could tell something was bothering him. On Saturday, he said he needs to talk to me and burst into tears. I made us a cup of tea and sat down with him. He just blurted it out and said, Ava, our daughter's friend, had been coming on to him and he doesn't know what to do. He said it started when he made a cake for her 18th birthday party. She messaged him saying she got his number from our daughter and thank you for the cake. She then sent a lot of photos of herself in the dress she wore for the party. He just replied saying it looked like a fun party. She then messaged asking if he could look at her car for her as it was making a funny noise. She came around and he looked at it and said it was the brakes. He told me this at the time, so he wasn't hiding anything. She came around when our daughter was home, but I wasn't, and she went inside while my husband was working on the car outside. When it was done, she came out alone and said she had no money on her, and he said that it's fine, just bring it around whenever or give it to our daughter. She then said she can pay another way, and in his words, quote, flashed me, and I said, I've got to go, and went inside, closing the door. I read through all the messages, and he never replied to any of them after this incident, and that afternoon she messaged him saying, quote, thanks for doing my car for me. You're cute when you're shy. She's messaged him hundreds of times since, asking if he's alone, asking for lifts, asking if he thinks she's pretty, and she's sent loads of pics from fully clothed to fully nude. My husband has said he doesn't know whether to reply, to talk to her parents, to talk to me. He said he's scared he's going to ruin our daughter's life if this comes out. I don't know why I suddenly exploded. I called him a pervert. I said he must have let her on. I said he must have paid her as he's far too ugly and too old for her. I called him disgusting and said, I want him out of the house. I said he's ruined our daughter's life and plenty of other awful things. I stormed out of the house, and when I came back an hour later, he was gone. Over the last couple of days, I've calmed down and realized that he's done nothing wrong, and I've reacted awfully. I've tried ringing and messaging him, but he's not responding. Why did I react like that, and how do I apologize to him? What do we do about these messages? Do we talk to her parents? Or do we talk to her? Definitely talk to her parents, for the love of God. I mean, you guys are parents yourself. I would just think of it if it were like the other way around, and I'm sure you would want their parents to talk to you about it. That's crazy. That reaction is crazy. That reaction is wild, actually.
Okay.
Typical female response. Get mad. Blame it on the guy. So, yep.
Heather?
I think.
Come on.
I think.
Want to hear that girl math?
Dang.
I think that the wife overreacted. I
Really?
do. Yeah, because if you went through the messages and you seen that he didn't say anything, and if it's an iPhone, it tells you if a message has been deleted. If it tells you who sent it and who was deleted by. So therefore, there was no sneaking around it. You know, he just didn't know how to bring it to her attention. And I mean, he did. It probably wasn't as soon as it should have been. But if he really didn't do anything, what you spazzing for? And then like you could look at this like two different ways. Like, excuse me, maybe maybe something happened to her that she didn't want happening to her. You know
We're
what I'm
not
saying?
doing
Like,
that, Heather.
no, I'm
We're
just
not
saying,
doing that. We are
okay,
not doing
okay.
that.
I'm
No.
just giving options. of responses.
Bullshit. No,
Okay.
we're not doing
So
that.
if we just go,
No.
if we just go off the video and she said
Oh,
he
man.
didn't do anything and she seen that he didn't do anything, what the fuck you mad for?
She
if
was
he
mad.
didn't do anything.
She was mad because she said it. She said, "You too ugly and fat for this 18-year-old to be wanting you. How dare she want you? You supposed to be ugly and fat. I'm supposed to look at you and be like, I settle for you, not the other way around. How are you pulling the 18-year-old?
Her insecurity came out.
I mean, I still don't feel like she said the right things though. Like that
That's
wasn't
because
cool.
she was insecure. This 18-year-old is wanting her husband, who in her words is fat and ugly.
You still shouldn't say mean things because you're upset. Like you shouldn't be tearing down the other person. That's not fair.
Yeah, but that's what women do.
Not all of
I'm
them.
sorry.
That's fucked up,
I'm just
Alfonso.
messing. I'm just playing, man. But
Don't you, no, King. Stand in your
Bro,
power,
I'm
King.
gonna fuck you up tomorrow.
Don't let her
y'all.
talk to you like that, King.
Hey, but at the same time, too, he probably took too long to say something.
I mean, that's what I would
He
be
should have
mad
said
about. If
something.
someone took too
He
long
should
to
have
tell
said
me.
something right away, and he should have like maybe went to her house and be like, "I need to talk to your parents," and kind of nip
But
it in
he
the bud real
explained
quick.
why he didn't do that.
I think he did
Yeah,
the right
yeah.
thing by talking to the wife. He should have just told her sooner, like, hey, this girl flashed me. And then as the messages came in, they would have seen them together and kind of came up with a game plan of, okay, let's go talk to her parents. But I think that they should also let their daughter know what's going on, because if they all are 18, then just inform everyone of what's going on and go talk to the parents. Because you're going to have to tell your daughter, hey, we don't feel comfortable with this girl coming over here. And you know how kids are. They ask a lot of questions. So the girl going to want to know, like, why, or why can't I hang out with her? And that's when the parents should be like, hey, she's doing things that are inappropriate. We don't think they're okay with. And if the girl is 18 or older and she's mature, just tell her, like, hey, your friend is sending your dad sexual content.
She's looking at your daddy and she telling your daddy, seems like you're ready. I hope you're ready to go all the way.
Matt, look.
She's sending him
when
that.
I was in high school,
She's sending him that song.
Yeah.
People would be talking about people's parents. So, I mean, I don't know.
Sending them to Katy Perry. She thinks I'm twisted without any makeup on. Something kind of said, women aren't used to admitting that overreacting. This is a pivotal. Why you put that on there? Pivotal point in history. Can't, man. Use regular word. Anyway. Coach said, no, it's not. Nobody said pivotal in any conversation.
Yes, they do.
No, they
do that.
When have you ever?
And football games and basketball
hold on. Wait. Heather, what does pivotal mean?
When something is changing rapidly, or at least that's how I look at it in baseball, because they use it in baseball. The coaches do, and my teacher uses that in my class that I'm currently taking. So, what?
When's the last time you used it?
I don't use it, but that's why I said they use it in sports and scholarly.
Mr. McCain said he got game and she's insecure.
You get on my nerves.
No, I don't. I don't. I'm a joy to be around.
He must got that dad.
I'm probably the best thing that ever happened to most people's lives that meet me. So let's just be honest. All right. Anyway,
get your friend. I'm tired of his shit.
Just one of them days.
Well, Mr. McCann said he got a game and she's insecure. He probably got that dad vibe going. So she's like, dang.
Hey, don't talk about me. We got friends in the building. We got new people in the building, so to leave me alone. Stop doing that. All right, so I guess the takeaway from this is just like what Mr. McCain said. He got game and he's insecure. I agree with that. I do. So that's one for the unks. That was an excellent segue.
Oh my god.
That was amazing. Boy, hold on. Hey, Alfonso with the segues. We finna get into YNs versus the Unks. Who's winning in the dating game? All right, so real quick, got a couple of questions for you guys. Got a couple of little debate topics. Anybody in the chat want to ask a question? All you got to do is put a H, or a J in front of it, and that means that we gonna answer your question. All right. Please
I
don't
don't want to play this game.
Please don't take us back 20 years. No, I'm taking you back. Okay, I'm doing it. And you don't want to play the game. That's unfortunate. It's in your contract. So.
Fuck no.
Exactly.
All right,
I'm
so
not doing that.
got some definitions for you guys. Okay, well, fine. Don't
All
play
right.
the game then. That's fine. We don't care.
Great.
I'm pretty sure I could call some other version up here that'll play the game. It's not a big deal. All right. Anyway.
Really, Jeremy Green?
Anyway, definitions. YN stands for young N word. It's a. Let me read it a different way. Hold on. Wait.
Get your life, boy.
Wait. I want to do it right.
Oh my god.
Hold on. Hang on a second. Wait. Okay. I just want to set the mood, that's all. Yeah, I just want to set the mood.
Ooh,
Yeah.
spicy.
Yeah. Hold on.
Oh,
No, here we go.
Here
we go.
Oh,
I just want to set the
okay.
mood while we do what we do. All right.
Thought you were gonna put some Barry White on.
I want to get copyright. YNs, a slang term rooted in hip hop and urban culture. YN refers to a bold, rebellious, street smart persona. YNs often embody confidence, independence, and no apologies lifestyle. In dating, this translates to assertiveness, dominance, and often a transactional or status-driven view of relationships. Unks, otherwise referred to as uncles, are old heads. Unk is shorthand for uncle, often used to describe older, more traditional men. Unks are seen as stable, respectful, and emotionally grounded. Their approach to women tends to be more nurturing, protected, and rooted in long-term commitment.
Okay.
All right, so now we got that out the way.
Who
Now
is
that
that man?
now
Where did he come from?
now that you
is
know.
not
Now that you know.
Green.
There's a lot of things y'all know about me. Anyway, so now that we got that out the way, segment 1, the YNs and the high pressure hustle. All right, so here are some pros. I'm gonna ask you, Heather, since you were the only girl on the panel. Do you think that YNs are high confidence and that they are attractive and energizing because of their confidence?
Honestly,
Yeah.
okay, I'm not being a bitch, but most YNs are very loud.
I wish we had our YN.
Right?
I know, because this would be an
We need him
argument
for
for
this.
real. But I feel like most YNs are real loud and ooh, look at me. I feel like that comes from their insecurities.
Insecurities.
And I don't like it.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. All right.
So no confidence.
Between the two, do you think they have clear intentions with women? Like they let you know exactly what they want from the jump? Or do you think they appeal more to a woman seeking excitement? So which one? Which one is number one? Which one is number two? Clear intentions from them or an appeal for excitement?
I think YNs give you an appeal for excitement.
Okay.
Because most YNs, and I can say this because I'm still considered young. But
You're YN? That's crazy.
I'm 28. I mean, I'm not really, but yeah. Anyway, I think that most. Fuck y'all. I'm out here fighting. Anyways, I feel like most men in their earlier mid-20s are YNs, and I feel like they surround themselves with trying to put this persona on, whether it's like, this is me and I'm all about this money, or I got all this money. Like, they're real flashy or they're really loud. And I think it's more so because of insecurities. And I don't feel like they're straightforward with women. And that's why a lot of people, like, the dating scene is trash.
Okay. Alfonso, what do you think?
That's like my boy Frank Lucas said. The loudest one is the weakest one.
I like that. Yeah, I agree with that. I do agree with that. So here are some cons. So they say that they can foster toxic dynamics, possessiveness, emotional detachment. How you can possess somebody and have emotional detachment from them at the same time? Not quite sure. Whatever. The chat going crazy. they often avoid vulnerability and making deep connections very difficult to have, and they may contribute to hookup culture and short-termism. So in other words, Colton said they trying to have a good life. That's crazy. All right. So
man. Aren't we all?
Facts.
But honestly, I think that like the whole just trying to like hook up and like not like being shallow, I feel that can go for unks and that could go with YNs. Like that could go for anyone.
Why? Give an example of a unk doing that. No personal life things. Just what you think. You got two unks on the panel with you, so. I am not a YN. I found that out today. I found that out.
So the reason why I say that is because there are some men who are older, like probably like 38, 40-ish, 45-ish, maybe even 50. I don't know. But it's some older gentlemen that like will sit here and like put this persona up, I guess you could say, or be like, hey, I like you, I want to take you on a date, or hey, I want to get to know you better, or whatever, right? The whole time, like, they talking to all these other bitches, or they're fucking all these other bitches, and then there's you, and they're like doing all this stuff with you, but you may or may not know. So I don't know. I just feel like older men have a lot of like trauma, or they're like
whoa.
Emotional trauma, so
Hold
they're
on.
scared to settle down or something. I don't know.
Put the brakes on. Because
I know a few older gentlemen that like aren't ready to settle down, and I know some that are in relationships that fuck around. Like, and same thing for women. So I mean, it's just, I don't know. I just feel like everyone's kind of in that culture right now. That's like, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. I kind of lost track because I was trying not to say too much.
Culture,
yeah,
you mean?
Yeah, everybody's on like the one night stands hookup thing. So everyone's like fucking, but no one's really like in relationships or trying to commit emotionally or whatever. So
I think part of it too is social media, because you can see people's profiles, pictures.
Like, no, what you see on there isn't really
like
real.
you can
It's
see people, like you can make a dating profile on one of these and say you got like 50 people that sending you messages and you got literally 50 options.
But you don't have to respond to all 50.
You don't, but when you see that, you're like, okay, well,
so
I got
you're
options,
saying like
you know,
it pumps people up, like they think they the shit because they got all of these guys or girls like in their DM.
Yep. It pumps up their head, but then also at the same time, you got some people that are like super thirsty too.
You said
some
it.
People don't even be it.
Okay.
Jeremy, what's
music going?
It's just music.
Okay, what do you think about this?
What do I think about YNs? I think that YNs are a constant plague upon the unks. I think they constantly try to have what they not supposed to have. I think they try to reach things they not supposed to try to get. They hurry up to fail, and they don't like to wait. That's what I think.
But they're there for a reason, because then they see the YN, they're like, oh damn, why am I wasting my time? Let me get the unks.
But here's the bad thing about it though. They might make a whole bunch of mistakes, but they can back it up. Because if you're a woman who has her stuff together, she got the Mercedes Benz and she dropped the key out to the YN, you already know what he there for. He there to put that high metabolism and testosterone to work. That's all she want. Her electric bill gonna go down because she ain't got to plug in that machine in the wall. So I mean, it just really depends. What are you trying to do in your life? I really think that the real problem in the dating community is the women.
What?
I do, because you guys. You got okay. That's cool.
Let him.
Yeah, we're gonna let Alfonso be the ref tonight. We're gonna do it correctly.
We're gonna start fighting now. Come on.
We're not gonna fight because I'm right, so it don't matter.
No, the fuck, you're not right.
Whoa!
Statement.
Oh my god!
Why you even want to go?
Let me turn to face you. You playing with me? All right.
Why you playing with me?
All right. Here's my thesis. Here's why I think that.
He's facing you now.
I think that is because you guys set the pace for what's to be expected. If you show me a good time, then I'm gonna give you the goodies. You remember the beginning of our videos, every time she said, I hope you don't think that you're gonna get this cookie. And then the dude response is, man, you can hit the sheets or you can hit the streets. Now you can go or you can come. And since he stayed. It's the reason why it's up there because you guys set the parameters of what acceptable. And I think y'all want the YNs because the YNs got the high metabolism. They're gonna do nasty stuff to you. They're gonna be trying to choke you, all that crazy stuff, but they cannot protect you, they can't provide for you. But you want an unk because the unk gonna take care of you. He might not be able to go 12 rounds, but them 2 rounds, he can still get you where you need to be. So I mean, it's you guys. Y'all are the issue because you're picking people without qualification. You're picking people based off of glitter and glamour, off of perceived what you're going to get. You want the excitement. You want that dude to come home with a black eye sometime, or toting a gun that got the cereal stuff scratched off of it.
That is so
crazy. He keeping his shoes all nice and clean. You don't know where his money coming from. Opposed to the he coming home in work clothes every day. But that check hit every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks with the overtime. Consistency. and that's why I think it is. I think once y'all have realized that your options are running low, this new wave of women. Once you realize that your options are running low, or once you realize that it's not fun anymore, that's the main thing. When it's not fun for you guys no more, then you want to settle down. Then you want to go get an That's what I think. And not saying you in particular, not saying anyone in particular, but I am saying somewhere along the line that y'all just changed. Y'all changed. Y'all stopped caring and y'all just started doing this to where we got the highest rates of HIV in women in Houston type stuff. I yield the floor.
So I think that it takes both parties, male and female, to get the STD rates that high because men.
I beg your pardon.
I said men play a part in it, and they do because if
I beg
sleeping around,
your
if
pardon.
Community dick, we wouldn't be having these problems. Now would we? No, you didn't.
Go ahead. Go ahead. So you saying it's our fault? All right.
I said that both female and male take a part in this because women may not sit here and tell a man up front, okay, this is what I want or this is how I would like for things to go. But at the same time, like when you're just meeting someone, you don't really throw the expectations out there, because the reality of that is you put expectations on people and they're not gonna meet them. Especially when you just met them. Like, they don't know you, they don't owe you shit. They don't have to sit here and try to please you just because they like you. Like, that's an option. But as someone who's trying to date someone, I think that you should take those things into consideration and see how people move. And if it's gonna be something, y'all should have those conversations. Like,
what? No, I'm still trying to see the plane land. Like, you ain't said nothing at all. Like, I ain't get nothing.
Whatever.
Anyway,
let's go to the comments.
Yes, sir. So the Kansas has said, I think sometimes the issue is unks, quote unquote, are ready to settle down, but sometimes the woman or the women aren't ready to be taken seriously. It's easy to reference, quote unquote, trauma, but won't consider how to be respectful. So the Kansas has come back again and said, respecting a relationship goes both ways, but people aren't pulling up with someone else's BS. Slim J in the building. Hold on. Slim J in the building. Slim said the women stop showing respect for themselves and start letting these men control them and disrespect them.
That plays a big part in it. I can agree with that.
And then Mr. McCann come in and say, who needs an Unc all YN when the side quest be paying women for short time?
Hey, for real. What?
Yay. I'm about to put that on.
He won the Horn Award. This one will be pinned to the top of the chat. You win, buddy.
Yep.
Oh man, that's crazy. All right. Well, hey, look, I don't think that YN's doing a good job. Now, Alfonso, since you are our resident Unc, I mean, I am an Unc as well, but for the sake of conversation. So Uncs represent the old school. Hold on. Uncs represent the old school approach: slow courtship, emotional availability, and respect. But in a fast-paced dating world, are they actually being left behind? What do you think about that?
I think some of them are being left behind. Not all of them, but I mean, also too, when unks get older, and we ain't trying to put up with all this BS.
Facts.
We're so quick to be like, I don't need to mess with that.
Facts.
I ain't trying to let nobody mess up my peace.
That's very important. All right, I'm gonna give you 3. You rank them. All right. The pros of dating the Unc: stability and emotional maturity. That's 1. Focus on long-term compatibility. That's 2. Less likely to engage in manipulative behavior. That's 3. Which one you think is the most important?
Who answers that? Me or
you know what? Let's let Heather answer. That's a good. Yeah,
Heather. What was
Heather.
it again?
All right. So, which one's the most important? Stability. Stability
for women to date an Unc.
Yeah, this is the pros of dating an Unc, and it's stability and emotional maturity. That's 1. Focus on long-term compatibility. That's 2. And they're less likely to engage in manipulative behavior. That's 3. Which one is the most important for you and why?
What?
Okay, let's go one by one. All right. How do you feel about stability? Oh my God. Jesus. How do you feel about stability and emotional maturity?
I don't know.
Okay, all right. Well, emotional
We're gonna look into that AI female after this.
Okay. I don't like this.
Stop being nervous. Just rank it.
I'm okay. Rate them. So I think that.
Okay, 1 to 10, stability and emotional maturity. Is that a 1, which is not that important, or 10 is majorly important?
I feel like when you're dealing with an unk, that's what makes you deal with an unk. So I feel like that's a 10 because it's very important. Because
Okay.
some men are unks and they don't have that. And when they don't have that, you don't want to fuck with them because it's not the type of time you're on when you're looking for an unk.
So they are anti-unk. Got you. All right. Focus on long-term compatibility. 1 through 10. Oh, Slim just said the same thing you said. Shout out to Slim. But you have some of them. I like how you spelled that. Access is trying to be young, who's messing with these young girls and like that drama in their life. Yeah. YNs can go both ways. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a better relationship though. I think a unk dating a YN that's a girl, like that mentality, that works better.
I think it just depends on what you're looking for, because some girls out here be wilding out. Like,
but if you got a real unk, he can tame you.
That's only the woman wants to be. Like, you have to really like that person to be submissive to them, because you're not gonna be submissive to everyone.
Yeah. True. Some said, do you have some of those sons that want to be young and messy with the young women and trying to be young, but in the long run, they just tricks and the young girls are going for it? I would say the opposite, actually. I would say the YNs are the ones that do the most tricking now. I don't think unks really do a lot of tricking. I think they got money, but they not finna trick on you. I don't think they tricking. I
don't think they're tricking either. And I think if they are, then they tell you up front, like, I'm gonna be your sugar daddy. Like, they just tell you.
Oh.
And they just,
oh my God.
You know? What? I'm just okay.
No, that's cool. I mean,
I'm just saying, because there are, so have y'all seen that Summer Walker came out with that Caucasian guy at the VMAs?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, he a trick. We all know he a trick. And he an older man. And I'm pretty sure he told her, like, I'm gonna be your sugar daddy.
No, that ain't the case.
Because she talks about spending their cash, you know? So
that's why they call them tricks, said McCain. So the cat said come back with young ends. They trick more. I think they do. Because if you go over the description that I just gave about YNs, they are clearly on transaction, clear intentions. They upfront about it. So if they mean they gotta pay for it, they're gonna pay for it because they know they're gonna wear it out. So yeah, I'm gonna pay for it. I'm gonna tear it up. I got the testosterone. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm paying you to stay. I'm paying you to leave. Hey, just saying. All right, let's see here. There's one thing that I did want to pull up real quick for us to react to on this, and then we're gonna get it up out of here. But let's see what we got. Here go another question for you. Are unks the antidote for a modern? Lord, Heather, it's a mute button. All right.
Sorry.
Are unks the antidote for modern dating burnout? Both of y'all can give an answer on that. Unks, are they the remedy for dating burnout?
I wouldn't say that. I would just say it just depends. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'll say yeah.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I think that it just depends on what the woman is looking for, because a woman can be 40, 50 years old and say, this is my second, third divorce, or my first. I don't have my kids and I just want to live life and have fun. And then they're a cougar, right? Because they're going to go for the YN. Or you could be older and say, you know what? I still want love. Let me settle down and date someone their age, because they're not most likely not going to be on that bullshit compared to a YN. Then you can have a younger girl and it can work vice versa. You know, I think it just depends what the female is looking for.
Okay. Alfonso?
Yeah, I mean, I think when they get tired of messing with the YNs, they're like, you know what? Yeah, I need an unk. There's just too much craziness going on. They need some stability.
Yep. All right. So let's see what the chat line is saying. Let's see. So the can say, ain't got time like that. Facts. Summer Walker has the money there though. I got my own theory for why Summer Walker doing this. And say, if anything, C is the trick. No, I think C actually understands that as far as a serious relationship, in order to secure the bag, she gotta do what she gotta do. Because he got like what? How many kids he got? Like 6?
She has 3 or 4.
Like 4, 6. So, I mean, she got to make sure she secure that bag because she don't want to be singing forever. Because them royalty checks don't hit the way they used to. So, just saying. Mr. McCain said definitely depends on the vibe of the individuals coming together. Now that's true too. I'm not gonna lie.
That tea, baby. That's what I said.
And Slim say, hell no, y'all all wrong. Shout out. All right, so this was from After Hours with Anton Daniels. It's entitled Mind Your Business. YNs in Chicago won't smoke with Trump. Train stabbing in New York City. We ain't got enough time to cover that, y'all. And age gaps. We're going to touch on the age gap part. This is where the second part of the conversation came from. So I'm just going to play this for you guys. After I adjust it, y'all make sure that you like the video. It is a long video. It'll get you through your work day. So I think they ran for 4 hours, almost 5 hours the other night. So yeah, that's a everyday. I think they might be doing it now. So when we get off, if you still want to hear some more foolishness, jump on over there to Anton Daniels. So After Hour Anton Daniels. All right, so let's play this.
Throughout the year, then that's a wrap.
Is that a good thing or a bad? Do you consider what he's saying?
I think it's sad. I think that it's really unfortunate that that's where we are. I mean, even with the whole summer thing, like I think it's unfortunate where all of this stuff has gotten to. The whole concept of man and woman and what we look to each other for, I think is at a sad state. And at this point, clearly anything goes. So you can be 29 and go with an 81-year-old guy. You can be this guy who buys good-looking women. You can be it's kind of like anything goes in today's day. So
okay. Kim and I, the Gemini, would you like to add anything else into this?
Nope. Nothing I can think of.
I believe that there is an imbalance. I believe that we don't know when to cut it on and to cut it off. Meaning that I do not believe in spending money to get women because those are the type of women that you otherwise wouldn't have had access to. However, I do believe in taking care of the people that add value into your life.
All right, we're going to stop right there. There is a very, very good debate. I'm going to go ahead and do a solid. I'm going to go ahead and share it. Don't run over there just yet, guys. Wait till we get done. But, oh, wait a minute. Copy. Okay, got it. I'm going to go ahead and copy that. That's also in the link. So you can hit that once we're done, unless you want to hang out with me. Might do a little mixing. But if you just want to hear that, that's going to be a good one. Good conversation. But wanted to ask you guys about what was just said. How do you feel about it? Anybody? Not all at once.
But how he was saying there was like an imbalance.
Yeah, how there's an imbalance, and that basically the people who you depend on, the people who do what they need to do, you should take care of them, but you shouldn't really be spending money on people just because you can get them. Because there was a clip earlier that they played. It was this one right here. So let me play this for context.
That's not that bad on maintenance, hair, nails, jewelry, whatever the case may be. She only got one birthday a year, so you might have to go crazy one time a year for real. This is like realistic tricking, like realistic tricking. This I'm not talking about like niggas who be on Instagram and all this bullshit. That should be bullshit. But I'm talking about just realistic, you know, maintenance for a fine woman in reality. It's worth it because that money that you spend is going to translate to a confidence in you that you never thought you possessed, or you knew you possessed, but you just weren't there yet, you know. And now you're gonna, if you're any type of boss or you any type of sales job or any type of job where it's off metrics, you are gonna perform at your highest level because you know you want to keep this fine shit. Okay. It's highly important to have this confidence, especially even if you have a job. Like if you have a job, it's even more important because now it's going to make you get off your ass and either find a way to not have a job or find a way to work harder at your job to get bonuses and hit your KPIs and hit your quota and da-da-da-da, right? So it's all worth it in a day because that little $6,000 a year translates to so much more, and you hitting fine shit. Like, let's be for real. It's
all right. So basically, what he's saying is he pays to trick off, like he does that. He got enough money where he buy the girl, and he uses it as motivation to be better at his job because he knows that his girl is only there for transactional purposes. So he
But
said,
that's not love, though.
"No,
That's not gonna get you a
no,
genuine
it's
relationship
motivation.
either.
No, it's motivation. He ain't there for love. He there for motivation because knowing that he got a $6,000 bill to pay in order to get the viscous innards that he wants, in order to have the trophy on his arm, he says that it's worth it. And having a nice looking woman around, having women around that are good looking, actually does help. I'm not gonna lie. Being around ugly people can get me upset. So I don't like being around ugly people. Just me. But it does something for you. It gives you that muse, you know, so that you can do what you need to do. Give you a little motivation. So yeah, I can understand that point, but I don't understand paying for that like that. So Anton Daniels was basically saying that there is a time and place to pay, but it shouldn't just be for play. So how y'all feel about that?
Man, I like what before you put it on this clip right here, I like what he said. You know, you should invest into people that add value into your life. So that's definitely 100% right
Yeah, I
there.
can agree with that.
Mr. McCain says the man speaks truth. Don't rely on money to gain the attention of people. I agree with that as well. So, what was the meme, Alfonso, on the way out about the UNCKs versus the YNs? How many was it? Was it like 50, 100?
Honestly, I don't know. I didn't even look at it. Yeah. I mean, I saw it, but I didn't really I didn't get a chance to pay attention to it.
Did she really just cut her camera off? She really just cut her camera off to answer the phone in the middle of the stream. That's crazy. At 11 o'clock at night. Temperatures are rising. Yeah, I'm talking about you too. I sure am. Colton says JYG in the building. I don't like being around ugly people. Facts. You can record that. It's true. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Are you talking to us? Or are you talking to somebody else? You talking to us? She can't hear us. All right. Rule of thumb, guys, if you're going to use your phone as a live streaming apparatus, you got to put it on airplane mode because whenever a phone call comes through, it's going to knock off the sound. And then you're going to have to disconnect and reconnect in order to get back. See? You're going to have to disconnect and reconnect to get back on. So, let's go ahead and get into some closing remarks. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Really, 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 really do. I hope you guys learned something from the front end, had fun in the middle, and are ready to go to bed now because that's the hope. The hope is to land that plane for y'all. So, Alfonso, what you got for us?
Yep. Yeah, today was good. It sucks that he got killed today.
Yeah.
and there could have been a lot more for the future in hold for him. That like I don't know, it would have been good to see what he could have been doing like in the future. But yeah, definitely, I think we just everybody needs to communicate better and kind of come together, And just want to say thank you to everybody, comments and everything. And everybody have a good night.
Facts. I don't know where Heather went. I give her a few more minutes. I normally close out, but I'll go ahead and say this. Guys, at the end of the day, what happened today shouldn't have happened. This is a prime example when people get in their feelings and they don't know how to communicate effectively. You guys in the chat have said it. You said it all night long. You said communication. So what do? How can we honor the senseless murder of a man that we might agree with or we might not agree with? The most straightforward answer is to learn how to communicate effectively in your home, at your job, people that you care about, people that you don't care about. Speak, read the room, understand the situation, and be okay with making mistakes, and being okay with. I just got this message from Heather.
Get a little bit closer to the mic.
I just got this message from Heather. She said that she trying to get back in. I don't know what's going on with her, but it's okay. But just make sure, guys. She knows some of my secret. But just make sure that you guys are doing what you need to do to make it so that communication is clear, concise, and it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to say I don't know. It's okay to say I don't like what you're saying to me. It's not okay to use your hands. It's not okay to want to take somebody out based on what they say. There's way too much important things going on right now than for us to be talking about this guy being murdered because he was simply just trying to motivate people to think. So at the end of the day, it's always you versus you. Don't forget, it doesn't matter what anybody else is saying. It only matters what you are doing with your life. So make the best of it. Love the people who you love and be with the people who you want to be with because life is short. And we will see you next time.
Bye.
Hold them all, man, hold up. Country is what country does. He on my crooked letter hoe. Well, you know, do it better, folk. Pull up, hop out, clean. In my old school time up, sheen. Keep a parachute for this altitude. Cause when you're riding this high, make it hard to breathe. Mayday, how did I pay that? Knocking pictures off the wall when I creep. Rose getting wet as fuck when I speak. Southern draw, that's the way it be. Heavy like sumo, numero uno. Pouring up brown, she sipping on Nuvo. Pivot so cold, never trick on the whole out of space with the flow. Like I'm living on Pluto. You know, I'm using K influence. Slow it down, chop and screw it. For the folk in Texas, that forever wrecking with the styrofoam cup and the purple fluid. Return of forever, I thought you knew it. But the shit, that's all I see. That's all I know. That's all I feel. That's all I am. That's all I be. That's all I be. That's all I be. That's all I be.